Hello. Okay, going to try something even more tricky this week. Walking and talking. To be more precise, walking the dog and talking. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so first up, apologies if I stick in a full stop or a comma, as I nearly did just then. This is where I normally do my dictation, writing stories and blogs. And as I've just realised, I've got in the habit of putting in all the punctuation, so I need to put a full stop in there as well, so bear with me please, and try to say new line there as well. This is really bad. What's going on? Biggest news is that the short story collection is with Proofreader finally, about 6 months later than I'd aimed for, but we got round to it eventually. Proofreader is a great guy called Frank who is working his way through it now, should have it done within the next week or so. After that, it's going to take me probably a week to make updates, maybe a bit longer if there's a lot for him to do. And then it goes out to the beta readers who are lined up. I think I have about 8 people so far, which is brilliant. 1 or 2 people who can't do it, including someone who's touring Australia. Most inconsiderate of her, and I'm very jealous. In other news, Wanderer Book 5 is now past 165,000 words. So to put that into context, that's well over twice the length of Wanderer's Escape. It is moving towards the end, as I keep saying. In fact, it's just moved to the, I think I've got it titled as end middle section, as opposed to the end final section, but it does mean I've got properly out of the middle section of the book and to the part where everything's starting to conclude, or at least draw together for the conclusions. In terms of when it's going to be finished, I would say it's probably going to be at least another couple of months before I finish the first draft. I think it's going to be a bit tight to see it published by the end of the year, but it may be. The reason for that being at some point I need to put it down for a month or two, come back to it fresh so I can read it properly a final time and make sure things look good. So we'll see. It depends how fast I get through it. I might surprise myself. Other big news. Well, the dictation, and as you may have noticed, no headphones today. I'm not using a headphone mic. I actually spent some money on a proper mic. Cost me about £50. Much better quality, especially as it's got a good windshield. So hopefully we won't have the usual blowing and blustering over this recording. Dictation itself's going really well. I've dictated a roughly 30,000 word novella. Started off as a short story, but just wanted to keep growing. And I've also dictated, I think, something like 7 or 8 other stories. All of those would never have seen the light, or hardly any of them would, because I would have been wanting to spend the time on Wanderer. And in being able to do those, it's making it much easier to stick with Wanderer and not get sidetracked by other things, because I'm doing those sidetracks at other times when I couldn't be writing Wanderer. And the audiobook's continuing to go quite well. Wanderer's Escape, up above, I think, about 350 copies sold. I think it will probably need to get to about 700 before it's paid back about half of its cost, and at that point we'll look to do the next book in the series, Wanderer Echoes of the Past. So that's it from me. This is actually quite sunny England. But an hour ago it was looking very overcast, and yesterday we had monsoon-like rain. So welcome to our summer. Let me show you the sort of things we get in our summer. Lots of lovely mud, loads of green things growing, and the usual crazy dog. Poppy has now turned 12 and is still running like a nutcase. In fact, I took her for a run. I did 3 miles. I think I kept her down to about 5 miles this time because I didn't let her off the lead too much, but she was still pulling me back up the hill when we came home. Probably because she wanted her tea. So that's it from me. Hopefully the next update won't be quite so long. Have a great time doing whatever you're doing. Bye.